What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning into the last one and showing all the love. Today we've got a jobbing day of plumbing. We've got 2 toilets not working, 1 shower that's dripping continuously, another one with no hot water, siphon and ball valve to change on a closed couple toilet, and there's some hot water problems at Shelter Hall. So lovely jobbing day, so let's get into it. Starting the day off with a siphon that's not flushing. I think the diaphragm's broken on this one. You cannot beat a rusty screw. There's always one. If one's alright, the other one's rusty. But luckily I managed to wedge a little flatty in there and undo it. Once you've loosened these wing nuts, you'll be able to lift the siphon from the toilet, and then you can start working on the actual siphon. The reason we're doing all of this is because the siphon that's in there at the moment is an old style, like 2-part one. The new ones, you have like a little pin, and if you pull the pin out, you can then just change the actual, either change the diaphragm or change the actual like mechanism, the flushing mechanism, without having to take the cistern off the toilet. So it just made so much more sense to change it while we're doing it. But look at all that rust. Ooh, yeah, so we're going to fit a new close coupling kit on that one as well. Forgot to mention as well, when you're doing this, make sure you change the old donut washer for a new one. I'd usually replace the flush arm and the link as well, but obviously the new siphon comes with a new link, but the flush arm, there's nothing wrong with it. It's the screw's still fine. You usually find that the screw's rusted on it, but yeah, you can see, look here, it's all come apart, and the diaphragm split. So just better off to change it. So I'm just going to go into the spares box, get a new close coupling kit, and we should be good to go. Most of you would know, but when you're putting the wing nuts on, make sure you put the rubber washer first, the metal one behind it, and then tighten up the wing nut. But do it like, do the left side tight and then the right side tight, and then just go left right so you don't over tighten one side. But yeah, jobs are good, and fill the water back up and give it a good flush at the end and test it, and then on to the next one. Job number 1 done, toilet fixed. Needed a new 2-part siphon. It was the old style, had a split in the diaphragm, and it wasn't the new style where you can pull the pin out and pull the whole siphon up. So the amount of time it takes to take it out and replace the diaphragm, you might as well stick a 2-part in there. So we've done that. Going to Tisby Road in Hove now to see if we can get a washing machine into the kitchen and see if there's an easy way to get supplies to it. So let's go and look at that. Alright, so this was a problem at Shelter Hall. They basically wasn't getting enough hot water at the furthest point where the secondary returns teed into. So we ended up putting another secondary return pump, pumping it back to the cylinder in order to create a constant flow. It was just the easiest, quickest way to do it. So yeah, we managed to do that, but I haven't got it on record. So sorry about that. Oh my god, just parallel parked and spattered the rims. Oh no, where else have I done it? Up there, but I've already painted that in. What a shocker. Damn. Although I did try and get quite a small space, but oh well. Morning, you lovely look. Down Dino's Cafe. If you know, you know. Anyway, after the shenanigans, today we have a direct unvented cylinder change, similar to the one we took out in the last video. We've got another one of those to do. It's a bit of a nightmare though, because it's top floor flat and there's like 8 or 9 flights of stairs, and then to top it off the actual cylinders in the loft of the top flat. So many stairs, so many bits to take up and take down. Yeah, so what I was saying was, before the battery died, there's so much stuff to take up and down, just it's an absolute nightmare. But the job is actually not that bad. It's an old 40 cylinder with an indirect coil that's connected to the communal heating. So it basically means when the boilers are on in the winter, they get free hot water, which they shouldn't have. So drain the communals down, cut and cap, well, cut lever valve, put some stop ends on it, so if ever future you need it, we'll do that, and then fill back up for that side, drain the cylinder down, rip it out, put a direct unvented in there for that cylinder. It's only like a 97 litre, literally like a little tiny little 1-bedroom flat, so you don't need much more than that. And you'll see the height, we've only got like 800 or something like that, and the cylinder's 7, so yeah, so you can't really go much bigger than that. So yeah, I'm going to show you how many stairs there are, then we will crack on with the job, and I'll just basically jump in and out of time lapses and just explain what I'm doing. So yeah, let's crack on with it. Alright, so we've got the M18 light up here, and it's directly above the bath, so obviously all up all them steps and then up here to here. Luckily there's a bit of board in here, but we're going to get some pliers, stick it down so we can put some stuff on it. But this is the flow and return, so we've got to drain down the heating system, cut and cap these here and down here for the basically that's for the heating system, so we'll put a lever with a stop end, so if it ever needs to be used again it can. And then if we come round that side, we're going to cut this down over here so we can get our 300s for our PRV, and then straight into there, and then that goes outside. Cold main up there, cut that, put a lever valve on that. And then this is the hot outlet, so obviously this will need to be cut back, and then to be honest, the 700 I think it finishes about here, so it'll have to come out and then drop down into it. But then the cold main, obviously with a new lever valve, into the pressure reducing expansion vessel on here, into the bottom of the cylinder, then obviously hot out back onto that. These go, try and get this out of that hole, and then yeah, jobs are good then. Are we draining down? Is it going? Horrible, but yeah, job's a bit of a nightmare, but luckily we got the tools to do it. So I already encountered the first problem. The hot outlet's here, and the cold feed doesn't go into the bottom. Usually it goes into the bottom and you have a drain off and you can drain the whole cylinder. The cold feed's here, so obviously the water sits on top, then feeds it. We've opened the taps up downstairs, and when it stops running, it's because the water's dropped below the outlet, which is about here, so it means this whole thing's still full. So we're going to drill a little hole in the top, feed a hose down to it, and then down there we've got a transfer pump, so then we'll turn that on and it should siphon it out. So we'll see how well that works, I'm not quite sure. Alright, use the 32mm hole saw bit and drill the hole into the top there. I don't know if you can see it. We're going to feed the hose down here now and then connect it to the transfer pump. And then we should, oh that's horrible, then we should be able to siphon it out. So let's get that rigged up now. Alright, a little update. So I ended up having to drill a bigger hole, then go through the second skin because I didn't realise there was two individual. I thought it'd just be one bit, sit on top. So now that goes into the cylinder, so I'll drop the hose in there. Oh my, this is so good, this tool. It's just basically an electric pipe slice, but for little tight gaps like this, it's so cool. I mean, I need to change the blade on it, but yeah, 22 it cuts it so much quicker, but 15 it does 15, 22 and 28. Dollar is what I need. A little update now, so we're all swept up, got everything down, got the old cylinder out, cut all the pipe works back, got the drain down the communal heating system, cut and put 2 lever valves, 2 stop ends, so if they ever need to go back onto it, we can do it without draining it down. This is the hot outlet, so I'm going to probably cut that here, put a clip on it, run it along, up and into the top of the cylinder. This is the cold main. At the moment it's flapping about all over, so I'm going to come back to the wall, pressure reducing valve, off of the expansion vessel, cap the balance coil because you don't need it, out into the bottom cylinder of a drain off. You need 300mm between, so out the PRV you need a short bit, then 300mm for any turns, for any bends. So I put the pressure reducer up here, should be able to get 300mm, and then I should be able to get 300mm from the TPRV from the cylinder. So I'll set up the GoPro now on a time lapse, got the light going. Got Buster, the main man, giving me all the stuff that I need to do it. So yeah, let's crack on.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright, so the time's 1:45, we started at 8 o'clock, and now we are finished. We've filled up, wired it. The old supply came up there, so we've just run 2.5mm heat-proof flex into the immersion, the 3 kilowatt immersion. PRV got 300 into there. I know it should have a ton dish, but we didn't have one, and we just need to get it up and running. But it terminates outside anyway, and there's one on that PRV, so if it is running and you can't see it, TPRV. Hot outlet, drain off. This is the best thing when we do it. We leave a valve with a 15 stop, so you can put your drain off straight in and you get a decent drain off. Cold feed isolator up there, expansion vessel screwed up here into the pressure reducing valve, PRV, all of that good stuff. So yeah, it's been a bit of a nightmare because it's just, there's not much room up here at all, and I'll show you in a second, but you can't really sit up properly unless your head's in between the joist like this, so it makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, between the two of us we've managed to get it done, so we're just waiting for the immersion to fill up and test, well, to sort of heat the water up. So we're going to go get some lunch and then come back and test. So yeah, just tested for the hot water. It's absolutely boiling. It's nice, setting at 60 degrees. Just filling up the communal heating again. So that's why we put lever valves on, so we can basically vent at the highest point, because I'm not touching that and I'm not changing it either. So yeah, we can basically vent through this. You can hear, hey, there we go. Oh, look at that, ropey. So yeah, now that one's done, the flow, now I'll do the return. The job's a good one. All right, that's a wrap then, but that last job was a lot harder than it needed to be. It's only, the actual job was fine, but it's because it was up like so many stairs and then in the loft, it just made it a lot harder. But if you did like the video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, subscribe on this notification down here, and hit the 2 playlists to watch some more. Catch you in the next one.